How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about a new SPAC that Ark Invest is buying. We talked about it a few days ago, and they are continuously buying this company. So I'll talk to you about that and why I like the company and where I think it could go in the future. But if you guys don't mind, before we get into that, if you don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't hit subscribe already. We're growing like crazy. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers. I hope we can get there maybe by Christmas, maybe before then. So definitely help out that way. And if you want to get 4 free stocks, they upped it from 3 to 4 free stocks on WeBull. Definitely check out the link in the description below. You can get those free stocks worth up to $1,600 for 2 of them. And they have pre and post market trading. So I did buy this company a few days ago in the morning at 4 a.m. So definitely check out that link if you want to start investing with WeBull. And last thing, if you want to join our group of Patreon members and talk to other investors that are trying to make money, we have been able to guess a lot of these companies that have done really well recently, and you get access to all my buys and sells when I do them. So definitely check out the link down below to Patreon. I'm going to post some exclusive videos for those Patreon members and talk about some stuff that just I wouldn't be able to do on my YouTube channel for the fact that I have to post certain videos on here, otherwise it will mess with the YouTube algorithm, and I hate to say that, but that is the case. These will be more like in-depth or more boring videos, but things that people want to see, like my investing process, my research process, maybe some information about YouTube and growing viewership on YouTube, all stuff like that that people have been asking for. And I'll actually post it on my second channel, which you can definitely find the link down in the description to my second channel, but I'm going to put it as unlisted, so only the people in that group will actually be able to find it. So if you guys want to join that, if you want to see some other videos that are exclusive to the Patreon group, you can check out the link down below to our Patreon. If you sign up for the top tier, you can get access to 2 calls a month from me. So we are in a small group, and I call, and you guys can ask questions for about half an hour. So definitely check that out if you are interested. So the company that we're talking about today is LGVW. This is a SPAC that is merging with Butterfly Network. And I'll explain why that's important in a second. But you can see here, 19% it went up on the day yesterday, and then 7.7% after hours. You know, this is a really big gain, and we've had some other companies that have really done well recently too. We had CIIC, which is up 103% since I bought it, and we talked about it. I am up at least over 100% since I bought SBE. I think I bought it right around 1650. It's up 125%. We have NBAC, which I just talked about yesterday, and it is up 16% after hours, just exploded. And, you know, with this company, LGVW, that's the one that we're talking about here. We talked about it a few days ago. So literally on Monday, I believe it was, I did this video, Bill Gates backed SPAC. This could be huge. So I talked about how Bill Gates owns a significant portion of this company, right? Butterfly Network. He was an early investor. It's being acquired by this SPAC. They are injecting some money into it. And then later that day, so I had talked about in this video that this type of company, it's a mobile ultrasound company. This type of company has innovative solutions. It is a company that's trying to improve the world. It's something that has a wide addressable market, about $8 billion, so $6 billion worth of the actual units being sold each year, and then $2 billion for the servicing of these units and some of the technology. So there is a wide addressable market. It's a very old market, and this company is bringing in new technology. So there are other companies that are competitors, but I really felt good about this company for the fact that Bill Gates backs it, Fidelity backs it. They have been early investors. And then I said, okay, with this company, it seems exactly like something that Ark Invest would buy. It sounds exactly like a stock that they would invest in. It sounds like it's right up their alley. If you don't know what Ark Invest is, you can see here, that's Kathy Woods. She is one of the most innovative people on Wall Street. They have an ETF company or a mutual fund company that invests in disruptive innovation. They've done extremely well this year with huge returns. I think like 100 or even more than 100% returns on their ETFs. And people look specifically at this company to see what they're buying, to see what companies to invest in themselves. And I said, will this be 100% return? I think this company could run up a lot because I think the Ark Invest would buy it. And In this video, a few hours after I said that I thought they'd buy it, they bought their first position. So I was correct. They ended up picking up about 1% of the company, which I realize doesn't sound like a lot, but for a company to buy 1% of the company right away, that's pretty significant. They bought about 1% of the market cap of this SPAC, and I realized that for Ark Invest, that's not a big position, but they bought $6 million day one. And the thing is, they typically buy a significant amount and they continuously buy it. So in this ETF, you can see here, it only accounted for 0.17% of the portfolio at first, but they don't take up new positions lightly. Everyone looks to them to see what they're buying. Then they bought about $90,000 worth yesterday. So again, not a big position by any means. That's not a lot of money for them, but still they are adding to this position. So that's what I think is important. They're going to continuously add to it. Now you might be asking, okay, that's great, but why is it up so much? Why did it go up 20% after the market closed? Because Ark Invest came out Monday and said that they were going to buy, and this is Tuesday that it went up 19%. Why did it go up so much? Well, take a look. I literally said this in a video. Why Longview acquisition stock popped today? This guy, the Evan New from the Motley Fool, literally says that Ark Invest bought 460,000 shares in its Ark Genomic Revolution ETF, or ARKG, and they basically said that they have a history of continuing to add to new positions after initiating a small stake. Literally what I said about a day before, and I had called it beforehand, and I'm not always right. This was a good happenstance, but I personally am looking for new SPACs that not a lot of people have heard about that I think are disruptive, could change the game, might have a lot of hype behind them once people hear about it. That's exactly what happened just yesterday with NBAC, right? It went up 16%, and I think that's just because no one had really heard about it. And then the word got out, and it ran up. Now, with this company, with LGVW, I plan on holding it for a while. So Ark Invest is going to continuously buy, and I say that because they've shown this with other companies. So Teladoc is a company that's a lot bigger, obviously, than this company that we're buying today, the LGVW, but you can see that they are continuously buying a significant amount. And again, very different. This company is less niche. It's a telehealth company, which we've actually bought, or I've actually bought myself, and I've talked about a lot. But you can see here, they're buying millions every day. They're buying $10 million one week in one portfolio, $21 million in another portfolio, $5.5 million in another, $29 million in another. They continuously add to these companies. So I think that this is going to continuously push LGVW. And if you've seen a lot of the other SPACs recently, if you've seen a lot of the other companies that are going public, they have blown up to $20 to $30 to $40 a share. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen. This isn't really based on fundamentals by any means. But the thing is, the market is insane right now. I think we could see it push up to the mid-20s. And again, I don't have a crystal ball. Please do your own research. I'll get probably 5 or 10 comments that ask me when to sell it, but I'll just have to refer to the video. But if you guys see those comments, definitely tell them I say in the video. But I think that it could go up to maybe low to mid-20s. I personally am not selling it right now because I think the hype just started. Yeah, 20% is nice, 25% is nice in a day. But we've seen these companies push up higher, and it could dip. It could dip tomorrow, right? But I'm not going to sell it because I feel like this is a good company long term. I felt like it was a good company when it was, $13.50 a share, and I bought. But I'm not going to sell it if it falls back to $13.50. I don't care about that. I like it for the long term. But if it gets stupidly expensive short term, I will sell it. I mean, I think that's the case with a lot of companies. If a company goes up 100 or 200%, it's hard to justify the price unless it is so disruptive or they came out with a bunch of news. I think if this company goes up another 100% from here, I'll definitely be looking at selling it because it's so expensive. Now, if you guys have any more questions on this, you can leave them in the comments. If you see someone else's comment and you want to answer it, definitely go for it. I'll try to answer the questions. The first couple ones, we get a lot of comments now, so it's hard to answer everything. But if you want specific answers, I can try my best in our Patreon group. I usually answer most of the questions in there, but we are growing like crazy. So definitely check out that group down below. If you want those free stocks from WeBull, definitely check that out too. It really does help out the channel a lot, so I appreciate that, especially with the holidays coming up. If you want to do something charitable or do something nice, you can get some free money and help me out in the process, so I really appreciate that. Also, if you want to see that last video that I did on LGVW and Ark Invest buying it, you can definitely check out this video here. I go through the product a little bit more in their investor presentation, so that will give you some better background on the company. Thank you, and I'll see you in this video.